Right, I've just woken up after attempting an iron butt challenge yesterday, which is, or a saddle saw 1000 they call it. So the term gets loosely thrown around. So it's 1,000 miles within a 24-hour period, non-stop. And this was my weapon of choice. I decided to take the Indian Chief rather than the Springfield. Come on, girl. And as you can see, I did this with no fairing, no front fairing. I did actually change the seat a couple of weeks ago, so it's a brand new seat. I've done no more than 200 k's on this seat. And also I changed the tyres. So the reason why the tyres are so important, it's a much wider look on the back end. You can see how wide that is. The reason why it's important to mention the tyres is because with the bigger tyres, they're a bigger tyre. The rim's still the same, it's a bigger tyre. It actually throws out the speedo and it throws out the odometer. So it turns out I actually did about 25, 30 k's more than what the odometer says, because I was able to track it on my Google Maps, and also had another app to make sure I got this accurate, because the last thing I need is someone to tell me that I didn't make the 1,000 miles. I decided to take the route to Sydney. And the reason why I decided to take that road is because when you leave Geelong and get onto the ring road, there's actually no traffic lights between Geelong and Sydney. So it's one of the better roads to be doing it on. One of the other things as well is that there's a lot of point-to-point speed cameras. And when I say point-to-point, you know, we're talking 20, 30, 40 kilometres apart. You sort of become quite complacent halfway through it and don't realise. So you have to be very careful with the speed on this one as well. Yeah. I made this snap decision the day before. I was at work, and it was about 3 o'clock the day before, and I decided I'm going to do it the next day, that night. If I think too much, I may not do it, especially for something like this. So I didn't prepare for it, I just went for it. And you'll probably see parts of that in the video. Also, just on a side note, I didn't eat from about 6 p.m. the day before. I did not eat or drink anything until I got home off the bike. And when I say drink, I didn't even have a sip of water. I had nothing. It's a strange thing about me. I don't know, when I used to play footy, local footy and that sort of thing 20 odd years ago, I wouldn't eat from the day before until after the game the next day. I just I get nervous tension and nervous energy, and I can't eat or drink. So I didn't even have a sip of water. So you go figure. But it does get very dangerous. Unfortunately, it is very dangerous with kangaroos when you're leaving early in the morning. Like, you know, I'm talking 3 a.m. sort of stuff, and also at night time. So it is a dangerous ride. So there were parts of it that just weren't enjoyable, I must admit. A lot of it was very enjoyable, but there were parts that weren't. I decided to wear a motocross style helmet. I usually wear an open face helmet, as many of you know, but I wore a motocross style helmet which still lets the air in, and I stupidly didn't wear any goggles for night time, and so that's why my eyes are just bloodshot and ruined this morning. So no music, no fairing, no front fairing, no windscreen. I thought about it for a while, never thought I'd do it, but I just wanted to scratch that itch, if that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time. Righto, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I've just got myself out of Geelong and I'm hitting the road towards Sydney.
So now that I'm out of Geelong, there should be no traffic lights from here to Sydney. I'll be doing a U-turn just prior to Sydney and then coming straight home again. So the idea is to hit 1,000 miles within the next 24 hours. It's cold. This is not a planned journey. I made the decision yesterday at lunchtime to do this, and that's why I'm filling up petrol just outside of Geelong. So I'm on the Chief this time with no fairing. I've just upgraded the seat. So what better way to find out whether this seat's comfortable or not to do 1,000 miles. I feel fresh right now. I know that's going to change during the day. It's going to be cold. Let's hit the road. Freezing. It's freezing. I've only done about 120 k's. Okay, so far so good. It's just cold. It's really cold. It's a different style of riding. Instead of having the windscreen, I've got no screen. I've got no fairing. So it's a different style of riding to the Springfield. And I've got a semi full face helmet on as well, which is making a bit of a difference too. But it's just cold. I think it's 5 degrees. So it's a I've just hit 300 k's. Righto, so I'm just over 300 k's down. So I've got about another 500 k's to go before I do a U-turn and head back home. It's freezing. It's 4 degrees, and having no windscreen is making a big difference. It's making it colder. It's icy cold. It's just ice cold. It's 3 degrees. I need to put on another neck warmer. I'm 560 k's down, and yeah, this hurts. This bike, it does hurt. There's no protection. There's no fairing at the front, and I'm just feeling every bump, feeling the cold. And the number one complaint at the moment is probably my neck. My neck hurts the most because I'm just constantly pushing against the wind. It's the little things that count, you know. I've burnt some holes into my gloves. I was trying to heat my hands up on the exhaust, and I burnt a hole in the glove. It only sounds little, but that air gets through the glove and it's bloody freezing. So I'll go another 240 odd k's up the road, and should get there by just after midday, and then turn around and shoot home. every second counts at the moment for me because I want to get as much daylight as I can coming home. I'm at 767 kilometres. So 770 k's now. I'm expecting to go another 30 k's up the road and hopefully be able to do a U-turn somewhere and head back home. What a relief. It's just after 11:45 at the moment. It's 11:45 in the morning. Okay, so I've just turned off the highway and checking the odometer. I've just hit 805. You can see that 805.1 kilometers. Now I was looking on Google, so hang on, where am I? So 1,000 miles is 1,609 k's. Let's call it 1,610. So that means I'm halfway. So turn around now, head back to Geelong. It's the psychology of it. It just feels good to go home now. I feel okay. I'm sore. I'm sore, there's no doubt about it. My neck's sore, it's really sore. Being on this bike is obviously a lot different to the big black Springfield I've got. It's you know you're riding it when you're on this bike. Let me tell you now, you know you've ridden it. I just wanted to challenge myself with this bike and give it a go today. It's not over yet. I'm only halfway there. It's 12:15. I left at about 3 o'clock this morning. What really slowed me down was the cold and the early morning, the dark. So I'm going to head back now, obviously towards Albury, and then I'm probably going to be in the dark from Albury back to Geelong. So it's going to be a good 4 hours at least in the dark, and that'll slow me down a fair bit because I'm worried about kangaroos. Righto, 12:20 now. Let's get home. The sun feels amazing, but I know it's all going to change in a few hours time because we're only about what, I think 3 weeks till winter here, so we're heading into winter here, so I'm going to bear the brunt of it when the sun goes down. As I mentioned before, this was a spur of the moment sort of ride, and I made the decision yesterday lunchtime to do it. So 24 hours ago. But 2 weeks ago I had an MRI. I've torn a ligament in my shoulder, torn the muscle, and I've got bursitis. So the timing of this ride is not great. I'm supposed to get a cortisone injection in a couple of weeks' time to help settle it down, and then I've got what, 5,000-6,000 k's ahead of me to get to the Kimberley and drop the boots off for the footy boot campaign in June. So nothing a few Nurofen can't stop, eh? Just pop a few pills and get on with it. Okay, so there's 448 k's to go. I've done 1165 kilometres. It's not easy. It's starting to really hurt. It all comes down to the bike you ride, I guess. You know, like this bike's not really made for long haul, but as I say, that's why I want to use it, because I want to give myself a challenge. And yeah, I know if I had ever ridden my other bike, it would have been a lot easier. Right, it's just after 4 o'clock, 10 past 4. That sun's going down pretty quickly, and it's getting cold. I know I've said that a few times, but I just need to now get home safely. This next stretch is unfortunately loaded with kangaroos. I saw a lot of roadkill on the way up, a lot of kangaroos. So once that sun goes down, I think I'll just have to take it easy. If it means an extra hour to get home, so be it. Just under 300 k's to go. I'm just outside of Wangaratta. So I reckon I might just top it up, because I'm confident this tank will get me home 300 k's. 302 k's, there you go. Just over 300 k's. There you go, mate. I'm sore. I'm sore, but I'm okay. There's a hell of a lot of dead kangaroos, a lot of roadkill, like fresh roadkill. I reckon the next 150 k's I need to be really careful, because then once I get to the outskirts of Melbourne and then on the road back to Geelong, I should be fine. But just this next 150 to 200 k's just has me a little bit worried. So I might back off a little bit, I think. Got to get home alive to be able to claim this. That was brutal. Alright, so I'm not actually getting petrol. I just pulled in here just to have a quick rest. Oh. Yeah, my body is aching. That last 300 k's has actually killed me. And I don't want to take my helmet off because my hands are so sore and swollen. I don't reckon I'll be able to put it back on again. So it says I've got less than 27 k's to go. And funnily enough, so on my odometer it says I've got 1,577 or whatever it is. And I changed my tyres 2 weeks ago. They're bigger tyres. The actual GPS on both the bike and the GPS on my phone says I've already hit the 1600. So that's an iron butt for you, 1600 k's. But I'll keep going with the odometer and get the last 30 k's done and have a hot shower because I am absolutely stuffed. Will I do this again? Shit no. Then this bike is an absolute beast. It's a beast, but it's just not made for long haul. It's a beautiful bike. It's an absolute beauty. But you feel every single bump. I reckon I need some back surgery. I think I might have lost a couple of inches in height. I'm 6'4", I might be 6'3" now. Alright. What's the time? It is 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. I left at 3 a.m. It's now 9 p.m. I'll be home in the next 25-30 minutes. Right. Righto, that's the iron butt complete. So it turns out that that one up the top right hand corner is the official number, 1,635. My odometer has 1,609.5, which is what I was aiming to do, which is 1,000 miles. I actually did more Ks than I expected, but you know what, I'm never doing that again. and it's officially 9:30 p.m. So I left at 3 a.m. Now let's get some light here. I left at 3 a.m. and got home at 9:30 p.m. and 1,635 k's. Will I do it again? Never again. I've got a tip for you though. Anyone that wants to do an iron butt, don't do it in the winter, do it in the summer. Oh, I'm stuffed. Here we go.
Yeah.
The big fella.
Hey.
Cheers to you, mate. That's yours. You can't drink it through the helmet, but yep.
Cheers, there we go, eh?
Oh, mate.
There's 1,635 k's in 19 hours.
Hey, everyone out in this world, what a wanker. Hey, who does he think he is? You know what I mean? Hey, big hero, but hey, congratulations, Paul Bourke. Great achievement, okay?
Cheers, mate.